homes with an X, and this is a lithophane. It's a 3D replica of a photograph made up of layers of increasing density, and when lit from behind it creates this cool illusion of an image. Traditional lithophanes date back to the late 1820s and were created by etching or moulding very thin translucent porcelain. This modern method is not only affordable, but it's very easy to create, and I'm going to show you how. Let me just take 10 seconds to invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel by hitting the big red subscribe button. If you do learn something from this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend. It means a lot. So here's what you're going to need. A high contrast black and white photograph. If your photo is on film, you'll need to create a high resolution scan of the image. Make sure you export it in the JPEG format. You'll need software for converting your JPEG to a .stl file. I'm going to be using Cura, a 3D printer, and a roll of white PLA filament. Let's get right into it. This lithophane I created using a photo shot on 35mm black and white film. After scanning the image, I cropped it to square and adjusted the contrast levels slightly using Adobe Lightroom. You want to have a good balance of light and dark areas for the best results. Open up Cura and select Open File, then navigate to your chosen photograph. You'll see a few options here, and you can set your own or start with these settings, which I have found to work best for me. I'm going to set the height to 3mm, the base to 0.6mm, and the width to 100mm. The most important part is to select Darker is Higher from the drop-down menu, otherwise your finished lithophane will appear to be a negative image. Leave the smoothing option at 0 and hit OK. Cura will now generate a 3D model of your photograph and automatically begin to process it for printing. I'm going to be using Slicer to generate my G-code, so when I select Save to File, I'll choose the STL option from the drop-down menu. If you're also using Cura to slice your 3D model, you will obviously skip that step, but don't export your G-code yet, as there are a couple of crucial settings to adjust first. Now that I'm in Slicer, I'm going to start with the normal print profile and a 0.2mm layer height. Under the Infill tab, make sure both the fill pattern and the top/bottom fill pattern are set to rectilinear, and the density needs to be at 100%. Lastly, under your extruder settings, make sure retraction is disabled. If you leave it enabled, you'll almost certainly experience extruder jams with this kind of 3D print, as happened with me in the past. Now all that's left is to export your G-code and print it. Play around with different settings, experimenting with the size or the height, and I even made some wooden bases to display my lithophanes on my desk or windowsill. Here's another one that I made which serves as a business card. It's got my logo hidden inside, and a few others that I've made from different photographs. I'd love for you to share your results with me as well, so tag me on Instagram in your photos or leave me a comment here if you gave it a go. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.